Good to know, Yontif. Welcome to the real world. My Yedid, Rabbi Yisroel Besser, once described to me as Simchas Torah in prison. He said how you used to get all kinds of things. A lot of the organizations put out galyanis, leaflets, and things to read on Shabbos, periodicals. They would all send it to him by the mail. He should have stuff to read in prison on Shabbos, before Shabbos. And he said he didn't really have time to get to everything. Only Yeshiva didn't have time when he was in prison. He was too busy with his Daf Yomi, Rambam Yomi, Chitas, and all this other stuff. He said once there was one of the Lubavitcher Galyanis he read, and he punctured one story. He had time to read one story about how the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he thinks before he became Rebbe, was Simchas Torah, and the Rebbe was dancing with somebody, pulled somebody who wasn't really holding by dancing into the circle, and the Rebbe was dancing with him a lot, with a lot of enthusiasm. And the person told him after, Rebbe, that was very nice, thank you for dancing with me. So the Lubavitcher Rebbe said to him, on Simchas Torah, a Yid doesn't dance with another person. A Yid dances with the Eibishter. I didn't dance with you, you were dancing with the Ran Shalom. That was the story. He said that Simchas Torah in prison was always a miserable place to be, but he tried to be above it. But Simchas Torah was challenging, because they were outside in the sukkah, but it was pouring by Hakafis. So the chaplain had to take the Sefer Torah, but he had to take the Sefer Torah back in because it was raining so hard, and everybody left. And he was working on himself to be the simcha and to feel it. And this story carried him. He said it was raining so hard that he was like covered in mud. He was alone in the sukkah dancing, alone. And he took whatever sefer he had, and he just did hakafas with it. And he said it was very hard. First hakafa, second hakafa a little easier. By the third hakafa, the story with the Lubavitcher Rebbe carried him to such a place that he felt like he was dancing with the Ran Shalom. And he danced 7 hakafas with the Ran Shalom, him and the Ran Shalom, in a sopping wet sukkah. He said it gave him such a lift that he kept that pair of pants encrusted in mud hanging over there to remind him of this gift Hashem gave him of that Simchas Torah. He dances with the Ran Shalom. What does that mean, he dances with the Ran Shalom? The Rebbe always says that in the Hirusin, you see in some Machzorim before Hakafis, it says we ask that the Mechitzas come down. Mechitzas between, Hakafis by Yerichai, they knock down the walls of Yerichai by encircling it. So Hakafis should knock down Mechitzas. So we understand that between Mechitzas, between Yid and his creator, between Yid and another Yid, and we hold hands and we dance with people. The Rebbe always says it also means Mechitzas between a person and himself. Because sometimes, imagine sitting by work in a cubicle with a boring co-worker, day after day after day, saying the same jokes, the same stories. You can go crazy. Sometimes we do that to ourselves, which is why we have to have a hard time being alone sometimes. In the car alone, we have to quickly put on the radio or music or make a phone call because we can't be alone. Knock down that mechitza with yourself, and you'll see how much a tahaim, how much depth you have, what a rich future awaits for somebody who's ready to look at themselves and say, I'm ready to do more. Whatever that thing more is, to enrich your spiritual life this year and the year ahead. By mechitzas, by hakafas, let that mechitza come down. Rediscover how much capacity you have to connect to the Barei Olam, and that's what the Ran Shalom means. Dance for what was, and dance for what will be. Dance for what will be, and you can have the most freiliche Simchas Torah ever.